So I was just sweeping and I got on the topic of niceness versus kindness. I just like talking to myself, which is why I do this. Anyways, I came to the conclusion that being nice is inherently conditional, whereas kindness is unconditional, or it lends itself more to being unconditional. I'm sure there's some fringe case where being kind is being conditional too, but I think it's less conditional than a being nice to somebody. Because think about it, when somebody's nice to somebody who like they know is like very hard to deal with, whatever the case is, the person, if they're getting into the interaction, they're kind, they're nice to the person, they're respectful, they do all the things that they need to do, and then the person still treats them in a disrespectful way, that person will be like, oh, well, I was being so nice to this person. Why are they being so mean to me? But now if you see that person, it's like you're being calm, cool, respectful to the person, but you're going into it with a kind ethic, like a kind mentality. You're going to be like, okay, cool, I'm going to be respectful to this person. The person starts to dish you something back, and then you're like, oh, that was unexpected. I didn't like what it was that you did, and it's making me feel these certain types of ways. You say all that, the person might like blow up at you even more. It's like, oh, how dare you say this, that, and the third about me? It's like, I'm the issue? No, you're the issue, whatever the case is. But then the person leaves the interaction and it's like, oh, huh, is the person right? Is the person not right? Like they have to sit with it because now it becomes a conscious decision. It's like pointing out the stain on somebody's shirt. It's like the stain would have already been there if the person didn't point it out. But it's like, okay, am I going to do something about the stain, or am I just going to let it be there and make it say, oh, you shouldn't be pointing out that it's mine? So I think ultimately being kind is prioritizing the long term for the person, and being nice to somebody is prioritizing the short term. Like you're trying to get something out of the interaction. It's like, okay, I'm being nice to this person because I want to get this thing, or yeah, it's because I want to get this thing. I want to have this positive interaction with them, or like I need money from them, whatever the case is. I'm going to grease this person up so I'm able to just get like something quick off of them. But if you're being kind, like you're valuing the person, because you might say something where it's like, oh, this kind of comes off as mean. It's like, oh, buddy, you kind of stink right now. Like, do you use deodorant or something? Like you don't say it in that mean of a way, but it's like, oh, like, would you be able to do something? I don't even know. Like that's something crazy to say, but it's like, oh, like I know a lot of people have been like, oh shoot. What I'm saying is though, if you let the person know it's like, okay, you kind of stinky right now, then the person's like, oh, okay. They might feel in that moment like, oh, wow. But it's like at the end of the day though, they're gonna be like thanking you, because otherwise they would have went around all the time being stinky, and nobody would have told them, and people would have been like annoyed at their presence, but they wouldn't even know why. And I think that's like a certain type of, that's like allowing evil to happen, because it's like now this person's being like ostracized and stuff, and they don't even know the reason why, because nobody was being real one and really letting them know. That's being kind, is being able to put away that level of awkwardness, sort of stress. Yeah, putting away that awkwardness about letting the person know and potentially being seen in the moment, and prioritizing that person's like future existence, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm probably like rehashing whatever somebody else said, but I think that's very profound, thinking about kindness as prioritizing the long term, and niceness prioritizing the short term. But yeah,